Hey guys, how are you? David DeFranco here from daviddefranco.com. Welcome to my second Ask Me Anything video ever. This is basically your chance to do just that. You get to ask me anything you want, and I answer those questions in videos such as this one. Now, before we get started, I just want to thank everyone who took the time to like my last Ask Me Anything video. Wow, that's kind of hard to say for me. You guys really enjoyed it, and I just greatly appreciate your support. So here we go, my second one. Let's get started. I think I have 12 questions, so that's not bad. And yes, I am viewing them on my iPad mini 3 in gold. It's pretty hot. All right, first question, enough joking around. And that comes from Nicole McGlone. I hope I'm saying your name right, Nicole. Nicole is a fellow patron. And Nicole says, where do you see yourself in 10 years? Now, this type of question is always hard to answer because I don't know where I'm going to be in life a year from now, let alone 10 years. Because that's the kind of fascinating and scary part of being a content creator is you have no guarantees. You have to constantly stay on top of your work, constantly put out new work, and constantly grab the attention of viewers and potential customers if I'm trying to convert to some kind of product I enjoy or brand or affiliate commission. So all of that basically comes together in being a content creator. But if I had to guess where I will be in 10 years, I hope I'm doing what I'm doing now. I mean, probably in a different house, probably in a different state, maybe, you never know. But I basically want to do this for as long as I possibly can. And that's creating content, communicating with you guys, my audience, and generating revenue in the process. Whether it's through advertising revenue, Patreon campaigns, affiliate commissions via services like Amazon, or whether I continue to promote websites and create websites like Brand Rocket. That's the thing, I don't do just one form of content creation, I do many forms of content creation, so it's really hard to predict my future. But either way, Nicole, thank you for the great question. Hopefully I answered it somewhat as you were expecting, I don't know. Next question comes from David Becker. Do you use Spotify? And David Becker can be found over at twitter.com/iBeckTech. David, great question because I just happened to be talking about this in my patrons Google Plus Hangout. I was never really a fan of Spotify because I've always been a huge fan of Pandora 1, at least for the past 2 or 3 years, mainly due to Chris's music. Little fun fact, I signed up for Pandora 1 for Chris's music alone, but obviously everything after that is kind of a bonus because I love ad-free music. I don't mind advertising in general, but when I hear ads between songs, that takes me out of the moment. So that was basically my reason for signing up for Pandora 1, is Chris's music and ad-free music. Now, I realize Spotify has a very similar business model, but this is the thing. Spotify, as far as I can tell, and I just checked this out last week, Spotify is a beautiful service with an amazing user interface, at least on iOS devices, but it's practically double the cost of Pandora 1. And I just can't see myself buying that kind of premium. Now, I love music, don't get me wrong, man, I really do enjoy music, but I primarily listen to Pandora when I'm in my car or working at my desk. And I'm very happy with that. But if for some reason, Spotify does lower their price before Christmas, then yes, I will become a premium member. If they even call it premium, I'm not sure. But long answer short, I am interested in Spotify, but I'm not really intrigued by its current price. So David, there you go. Thank you for the great question. And the next question comes from Andrew Gonzalez. And Andrew says, do you like country music? Meh. Sorry, but meh. Not really. Next question. Lisa Hubbard says, how do you start making a living with YouTube? A lot of passion, a lot of dedication, and a lot of patience, because this sort of thing does not happen overnight. Now, I've come a long way since 2006, but I still have a long way to go, not in terms of just YouTube, but content creation in general. My #1 long-term goal in life, and this might not happen for 10, 20, 30, 40 years from now, is I want to have enough passive income where I'm making money in the background, and I have enough content that generates enough revenue while I'm just enjoying life, going on vacations, spending time with the family or whoever or whatever. So to answer your question simply, how do you start making a living with YouTube? You just gotta try hard, be passionate, and put out a lot of work. because what I do, it might look easy on camera, but getting to this point in my life was not easy at all. Next question comes from Neil Ashby. Neil says, when are you going back to New York City? I'll actually be there next month with my dad. We're going to the annual ISC show. Just Google it, ISC New York. So yeah, I'll be there for work purposes with my dad, but of course I'll turn it into a vlog for you guys. Rizik Hussein Ali says, if you had $1 million, what would you do with it? Now, does that include taking out taxes or not? I'm not sure, but still, that's a lot of money. And honestly, the first thing I would do is pay off my student loans. That's the #1 thing in terms of debt that I want to get out of my life as soon as possible. Now, granted, my student loans will be fully paid off, I think, in a few years' time, which isn't that long from now. But still, that's easily the first thing I would knock out of my life is just student loans. Boom, destroy them. The second thing I would honestly do, besides treating myself to some nice tech like 4K displays, a 4K camcorder, a 4K TV like 60-inch, I would actually give a good amount of that money to charity. And I'm not just saying that because I've received a lot of financial support from you guys between Patreon, my Indiegogo campaign, and you guys just watching my content in general. I mean, I want to give back some of that one day. I just can't give back a lot of revenue right now because I'm not financially flexible enough. But one day I do want to give back a decent amount of revenue to some kind of charity of my choice. Oh, and of course, last but not least, I would also help my family by giving them some money. I mean, I don't know if they would actually accept it, but I feel like it's something I should do. So there you go, a nice fair balance of paying off debt, treating myself to some nice tech, giving some to my family, and giving some to charity. So I think that balances everything out pretty well. Next question comes from Ben Butt. Sorry. Ben says, okay, be cool, David. Ben says, what are your thoughts on the new Retina 5K iMac, and is it worth getting over the standard 27-inch iMac? Now, Ben, first of all, I'm just joking. I just like to have fun with people's names, that's all. I mean, some people can turn to Franco into some funny things. Just saying. But anyway, Ben does ask a great question. Now, I talked about the 5K iMac a lot in my Apple keynote video a week or two ago, so I'm not going to ramble about it too much today. But I will say, from what I can tell, the 5K iMac looks like an excellent deal. I mean, the 5K iMac is essentially the same price as some 5K displays. So would you rather get a 5K display for, I think, what, $2,500? Or a 5K display plus a computer inside of it? Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the computer. So, there you go. Next question. Ren Brunstetter says, why are you so awesome? I don't know. No, seriously, I'm not awesome. I'm just your average person trying to make it in this world, and I have a passion for tech. I'm a geek, a proud geek at that. I love gaming, I love my family, and I love you guys, so I'm incredibly thankful for everything. Next question comes from Teresa Short Harrison. Teresa happens to be my aunt and my landlord. Yes, I'm getting this house through her. I don't own it, but I'm renting right now. And she just happens to say, are you happy living where you do? Yes, I am. I am very, very happy here. Seriously, moving here 2 years ago, well, first of all, I should say I love my family to death. I mean, they've given me so much support and love through, well, since birth. But moving here has been awesome. And that's for several reasons. I mean, number one, it's taught me the responsibilities of paying rent each month as well as utilities and balancing that out with my other bills such as student loans, car insurance, health insurance, and stuff. I mean, I pay a lot of bills each month. But balancing that with content creation, my work, and working with my dad here and there, it's taught me responsibilities. I mean, it's taught me how to be a better person, how to manage my money better. So it's been a great experience. And reason number two, living here has given me pretty much freedom. I mean, I love having my own place, and I really, really, really enjoy not having to worry about any distractions in the background of my dogs barking or anything like that. No offense to Jasmine and Hunter. You guys are awesome. But sometimes I just need this. The only thing you can hear right now is a plane taking off, because I literally live across a river from an airport, which is pretty awesome if you ask me. So yes, I have my creative freedom here. I have my own office. I mean, my own office. Before, I was cramming everything into my bedroom. While that was cool, it wasn't as productive and as convenient as having my own office is. So this is cool. I'm incredibly appreciative. So Aunt Teresa, if you're watching, I love you so much. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, and I'm just extremely grateful. So thank you. Next question, Joey Image, a fellow patron. Joey says, your first computer ever was a _ I'm not sure the exact model number, but I do know it was a Packard Bell. It ran some kind of proprietary software. I always have problems with that word, proprietary. See, there you go. But we loved it. We were just fascinated by Kid Pix. I don't know if you guys recall Kid Pix. And some kind of 3D dinosaurs educational program where you literally wore 3D glasses and you could see like the dinosaurs hatch, the eggs and whatever. It was the coolest thing. And there was also like this playroom, like where you could access different interactive elements of that room. And if I can find a YouTube video of that, I will relive my childhood like crazy because I am nostalgic. I love looking back at things like that. So if anybody knows what I'm talking about, please comment right below. So Joey, there you go. Our first computer was a Packard Bell, but again, I'm not sure the exact model. So Jack Thornton has the next question, and Jack says, who is your biggest inspiration? I don't have just one inspiration, but rather I have many inspirations out there, and those are the people who are doing their own thing, who are entrepreneurs, who are trying to make it in this world and not working your average job. And real quick, before somebody calls me out on that, I'm not against the average job. There's nothing ever wrong with that. But I'm saying I look up to the people who take risks. I just really admire people who work for themselves and who try to make an honest living through starting with nothing and eventually ending up with something and wanting something even more. I mean, if you look at me back in 2006 on YouTube, I once bragged to my sister, I have over 90 subscribers now. 90 subscribers. Compare that to now, 106,000. That's a huge difference in subscriber base. Now, there's nothing wrong with having 90 subscribers. I mean, 90 is better than 0. 10 is better than 0. So in other words, if you can grab someone's attention enough and convince them to subscribe, that means you're winning. Continue doing what you're doing, kick ass in the process like I said in Friday's video, and just enjoy your work. And finally, you don't want to be lying in your deathbed one day wishing you could have done better. Yeah, that's morbid, but that inspires me all the time. And finally, last but not least, Amber Marley says, how did Hunter Pence get his name? Well, honestly, Hunter Pence, P-E-N-C-E, I believe, was a former Phillies player. Phillies meaning our baseball team, right over there across the river. And well, my mom loves Phillies so much, and Hunter Pence is kind of her dog. So she wanted to name Hunter after someone that she admired, I guess, and that was Hunter Pence. But then ironically, not even like a year later, Hunter Pence was transferred to another team. I forget, I'm drawing a blank. I'm not a big baseball person. I mean, I enjoy it, but I don't follow stats and all that stuff. So eventually, at some point, I think Kristen was wearing some kind of pants. Like she wore certain pants to play with Hunter because she didn't care about fur getting on her. So she called those pants on her Hunter Pants. But I called Hunter Pence Hunter Pants because I think he pants a lot, which he does. But guys, honestly, I'm not sure. I'm not sure where the name Hunter Pants comes from, but at least you know where Hunter Pence comes from. So there you go, Amber. I hope that answered your question in some form or fashion. Alright guys, that brings us to the end of another insanely successful Ask Me Anything video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Please, your feedback is very important to me. Comment right below if you see anything that needs changing, needs improving, or anything you didn't see and you want to see implemented in future videos. And please don't forget to click that like button right below. I greatly appreciate it. Guys, your support is awesome. Thank you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Peace. I am hot. Why am I wearing a hoodie? Well, it's because I wore this shirt 2 videos in a row. Little video of magic there.